Hey guys, so just got back from Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Um, this is a movie that I was looking forward to, mainly because I loved the first one. I really did. I thought that was a really fun film. Sin City it's a really good graphic novel film. I love the style of it. I love the look of it. I mean, and the stories were fun, and I particularly liked Mickey Rourke in it. I thought he had the best story of all of them. I also liked the Bruce Willis one too, even though it had Jessica Alba in it. I mean, who that woman can't act worth shit, but I thought that was a pretty fun story. I've really enjoyed the first one, and I like a lot of people am baffled. It's taken fucking 9 years for this movie to be made, a sequel to be fucking made. I will never understand why this took it this long for this movie to come out. Like somebody said, you'd think, why not strike while the iron's hot and make another fucking sequel? No, they had to wait 9 years. It's like with 300 Rise of an Empire, we had to wait, what, 7 years for that? This one we had to wait 9. Fucking stupid. I don't know why. Anybody can tell me why in the description or in the comments? Be my guest, because I really want to know. I know fucking Rodriguez went off and did like a bunch of other stuff, but like hell, he had time to do a fucking Spy Kids 4, but he didn't do a Sin City sequel. I don't know. Fuck it. But anyways, I generally was looking forward. I've been waiting for like a decade to see a sequel to Sin City because I liked the first one, and the trailers made it look fine. I wasn't blown away by them or anything. It looked like a Sin City sequel. It definitely did. My expectations were pretty much just, this could be it could be good. It looked like Josh Brolin and Eva Green were gonna probably be the best part. I kept saying that every time I saw the trailer. I bet you $1,000,000 they were gonna be the best part. And this movie hasn't been getting very good reviews. But you know what? I don't understand the fucking the critics on this one. I'm baffled by this one. Like the how the critics are rating this, because honestly, this movie is a lot of fun. I had a blast at this fucking movie. I'm probably gonna get shit for saying this. I know I probably will. I honestly like this movie better than I liked the first one. It has been a while since I've seen it, maybe like 3 years. But honestly, this one I kind of enjoyed a hell lot better. Maybe if I watch this first one, maybe I'll change my mind. It's like I said, it's been 3 years, but honestly, coming out of this movie, I was like, there was stuff about this movie I liked a lot better than I did in the first one. This movie, the best thing about this movie, in my opinion, is the main story. That what the movie's called is called A Dame to Kill For, and that, in my opinion, is the best story of the whole fucking film, because it features the two best performances in the fucking movie, and that is Josh Brolin and Eva Green. I said that when I saw in the trailers that they were going to be in this movie. I was like, I guarantee it. I bet you $1,000,000, even if this movie fucking sucks, that those two are going to be the best part of the whole fucking movie. And you know what? They were. But luckily the movie didn't suck. That's a good thing. And luckily, that story took up most of the movie. This story took up most of the movie. Eva Green, oh my god, this woman is amazing. I like, between this and 300 Rise of an Empire, this girl better this better be her big break. This better be her breakout year. I hope to God. And I haven't seen Penny Dreadful yet, but I hear great things about her in it. That was the only reason I wanted to watch it, because she was in it. This woman is fucking amazing. Like, this is another knockout performance. Like, wow. Like, she is amazing in this movie. And she is drop dead gorgeous. Like, even in real life, she's drop dead gorgeous. But In this movie, they make her even more fucking drop dead gorgeous. I like the effect where they had, like, her whole face was in black and white except her eyes. All you saw was the green. That was really effective. I was kind of turned on by that. I know it sounds weird, but it looked. I mean, she has amazing looking eyes, and like her facial expressions, anything. Like she's very fucking good. And this woman is very good. She's cold and sinister as fuck, and you can believe she basically is playing a seductress that makes men do her bidding, seduces them and then makes them do her bidding, and uses them as pawns in her plans. And you can believe any guy would fucking fall for this. This woman is drop dead gorgeous. I'm not joking. I think she is. And it didn't hurt that she was fucking naked pretty much half for the movie. It sounds like I'm just like a love letter pervert. I know this is really sounding like a pervert, but she is really good. And not just because she's drop dead gorgeous. She is really good. She plays fucking crazy very well. I'm trying to decide like which is better. The performance was better. I would say 300. Her performance of 300 was better, as that one was just so out there. And, like somebody said, I wish she would get an Oscar nomination for that performance, because she was so batshit insane. And Josh Brolin too. Like, it helps that she has somebody to play, like, really another great actor to play along with, because most of her scenes are with him, and they are really good. Like, and even Josh Brolin just by himself is awesome. I love Josh Brolin, and like some of the monologues in this movie were freaking hysterical. Some of the ways he was describing things or whatever, and they reminded me of the monologues of Mickey Rourke in the first one. He reminded me of like Mickey Rourke in the first one, and the fact that he like was like one of the best, probably the best thing about the movie, and stole every scene he was in. Mickey Rourke is in this movie too, and one of the things I like about this movie than I did more than I did in the first one is the fact that every story in this movie has Mickey Rourke just pop in for no fucking reason. I have no problem with that, because Mickey Rourke is fucking awesome. He is really good in this movie. If you loved him in the first one, you'll love him in this one. He definitely shines a lot in this fucking movie. Like he'll just like go help the lead lead character in each story for no apparent reason, just because he's fucking Mickey Rourke. I really fucking love him in this movie. And I love him in the first one. I love him in this one. But like I said, why I like this one better is that he's in every story, and he has some key integral part of it. He doesn't just pop up out, and then just disappear in every story. He's in it almost every fucking, like, it's very few scenes where he's not in the movie. I'm glad about that. What else? Trying to think. I really like Powers Boothe in this movie. He was really fucking great. He was intimidating as shit. I really love Powers Boothe in this movie. He was a really good villain. I forgot he was in the first one, as it's been a while since I've seen it, but I'm like, I forgot who he was playing, and I'm like, oh yeah, right. He was playing the guy, the senator that whose son was the child molester, child killer that tried to kill Jessica Alba when she was little. So oh yeah, that's right. And who frightened Bruce Willis. So at least that was a nice continuity of the original, having him in it. Bruce Willis is in this movie. He's just a ghost. It was kind of funny, like, there was a lot of parts of this movie where I was like, so this movie is like a sequel or a prequel to the first one, I guess? Like, it was kind of hard to, like, since I haven't seen the movie in a while, like the first one in a while, it was like, so what timeline is this going on in? Like, I had to think about it for a second because it's like, because this whole movie takes place before Mickey Rourke's story in the first one, because Mickey Rourke dies in his story in the first one, so it's obvious he's in all of this movie, so that's kind of fun. Again, I had no problem with that, because I love, again, I'm glad they brought him back because he was such a great character. But who else? Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's great. He is pretty damn good. I like his stuff with Powers Boothe. He holds his own with Powers Boothe. I really thought he was pretty fun. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's gonna go, like I've said a million times, is going places as an actor. I've really enjoyed him. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, there's also, you got like little cameos from Christopher Lloyd, who is basically playing Doc Brown, but if he was shooting up heroin. No joke. That's kind of funny to think about. Yeah, it's as funny as it sounds. He's a crazy doctor that shoots up heroin, so he's basically Doc Brown. You got Ray Liotta, which again, this is one of, if there was a complaint, and there like people like Christopher Lloyd and Ray Liotta were only cameos, and that kind of makes me sad because honestly, I would love to see more of these people. Because they're, I'd fucking love Ray. And you get a great scene where Josh Brolin beats the shit out of Ray Liotta. I would like to see more of a fight between Ray Liotta and Josh Brolin, two badass actors. Shit. I don't know. Yeah. Again, the visual style of this movie is great. I mean, it's a stunning movie, and the 3D. I definitely go recommend. I usually don't talk much about the 3D. I see all the movies that come in 3D. I go see them in 3D. And this was a pretty damn good movie in 3D. The effect is really the look of the movie definitely accentuates the fucking 3D. It really looks good. I definitely highly recommend seeing it in 3D. Like I said, if you like the style of the first one, you'll love the style in this one. Shit. I don't know. See, this is one of those movies I don't want to spoil too much and stuff like that. I guess if there were any complaints about this movie, and they're very few and far between, they're very minor. I guess it would be one, Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba is the last story in the movie, and like for most of the movie I was kind of happy because Jessica Alba was just background. It was basically, she was just stripping basically only, not really taking her clothes off. This is a rated R fucking movie that has Eva Green just fully naked, and you have a stripper who is being played by an actress who has a no nudity clause. I don't know. That sounds like a really pervert thing to say, but it doesn't make any sense when you have a movie called Sin City. It's rated R. It's a hard R, and you have a character that's a stripper who doesn't, get naked. It's really stupid. And when you have an actress who's naked pretty much half the time she's in the movie. Jessica Alba, she's bad. The girl can't act worth shit. She never could. But I'll give her credit. She wasn't horrible. She didn't bug me. At one point, I actually gave her credit. I gave this movie credit because her character does something that I was like, well, that was kind of clever. At one point, her whole story basically is that she wants to kill Powers Boothe for him being responsible for the death of Bruce Willis's character in the first one. And she's trying to find a way to do it. And if she was a stupid person, I almost guessed that she would try to do this, but I would have thought she would try to go in there guns a blazing by herself, all stuff like that. But no, she actually comes up with something that was pretty clever. I gave her points for doing something pretty clever, which was she basically, if you've seen the movie like trailers, is you see her like cutting up her face and having all these scars and stuff. I was like, well, what the fuck is she doing that for? Well, then the next scene cuts to where Mickey Rourke goes into the bar, and they established I think in the first one they established this, and they established it in the second one, that Mickey Rourke is like very protective of her. He's a regular that's always protective, and gets people or beats the shit out of people that get out of line. So he sees her scarred up, and he goes, "Well, who did this?" She goes, "Rourke," or Mickey, Powers Booth's character. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go fucking kill this guy." I was like, you know what? That was kind of clever. I'll give him points for that. There are things in this movie. Like I said, her story. Before I get into my one complaint, her story and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's story were kind of weaker ones. Obviously, with the Dame to Kill For story, I mean, it was going to be hard to kind of like top that. I remember after that story ended, I was like, alright, movie, you gotta try to top that. Next thing I see is Jessica Alba. I'm like, oh, fuck, never mind. But, like, my problem, I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's story, but my problem with it was that I felt like it kind of ended abruptly and didn't really have a satisfying conclusion. And, Jessica Alba was just because Jessica Alba was the main character of that story. It was the only reason really I had a complaint for that one. But it was, again, I thought she was fine. I thought she actually wasn't that bad. If there was another complaint, any other complaints I could make, there are some really stupid moments in this movie. Two in particular. One, when at one point Eva Green hires a hitman to kill Josh Brolin. He hires one from Texas, and she has him or her bodyguard pick up the hitman, and it's basically Josh Brolin but in disguise. But really, it's not even a fucking disguise. You can tell it's fucking Josh Brolin. You have to, even fucking Stevie Wonder could have seen it. And so they drive him to let him drive to her place, and I guess what? He ends up attacking their compound, which is like, that was really fucking stupid. Why would you? It's fucking obvious. Like the bodyguard's seen and beaten the shit out of Josh Brolin before, so he knows what he looks like. It's not like he doesn't know what he looks like. I thought that was really stupid. Also, Powers Booth character is like kind of like surprised that Nancy or Jessica Alba's character's like, after when one of his henchmen reveals that she's secretly going after him. I really have a hard time believing that he didn't do any research on her. And also at one point before that, she points a gun at him. I think that would be a pretty obvious. I think I would get the hint when she pointed a gun at me. For fuck's sake, I thought that was fucking stupid. But I'd be like, yeah, I think this girl wants to be fucking dead. It was just like, I know it sounds nitpicky, but there's two things I noticed that were kind of stupid. But overall, I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. I don't know how this is getting really bad reviews. I mean, it's not, they're average reviews, but this movie definitely deserves a lot higher ratings than it's getting. I thought it was just as fun as the first one, even better than the first one. It has a story, has a lot of actors that are a lot more better than they were the actors in the first one. But alright, let me get my phone. I'm gonna talk about trailers. There's one trailer in particular I want to talk about. There's one surprise trailer that I got. I was so fucking happy about. Let's see here. Amityville: The Awakening. Amityville: The Awakening. The new Amityville movie. Uh, it's the first movie of 2015. It's opening the first weekend of January, which is always a really bad week for, always the dumping ground for a really bad movie. See Devil Inside, Texas Chainsaw. At least last year we got Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, which was pretty memorable only for the fucking batshit ending where they introduced time travel. Seriously, if you've never seen that movie, that's what they do. There was one problem I had with this movie. This movie, it's a girl, and I think either her boyfriend or her brother move, and her family move into the Amityville house, and her brother is the guy basically has like a breathing tube, and he's just basically lying there in bed the whole time, and he can't speak or anything, and and for at one point they go like somebody says, oh well, they're just like, I don't know what's going on in my house. They're like, well, you're living in the house that's very haunted. I'm sitting there like, are you telling me these people didn't really fucking do their research before they bought this house? It's like the most famous haunted house in the fucking world. They didn't know they moved into fucking Amityville house. I mean, really? I mean, those windows are pretty fucking famous. I think you could ask anybody on the street. They would know what the Amityville house looks like. I really have a hard... That's really... that almost sounds like it's nitpicking, but really, no. I mean, you're just a fucking moron if you move into the Amityville house if you don't know that's the Amityville house. Annabelle, I got the new trailer for Annabelle. I wasn't as thrilled with this trailer as I was with the teaser. I thought with the teaser, I was like, oh, well, did they just show the whole fucking movie for me in the teaser? But no, that was apparently the only opening scene. And it looks like it'll be alright. I actually kind of looking forward to that more than the fucking Amityville movie, but it looks like it'll be alright. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. The Guest kind of looked promising at the beginning. It was about this guy who was coming home from the military and stops over at a woman's house. He was in the infantry with her son, and he saw her son die, and he just wanted to come in and say hi and to take care of her. And then at the same time, it's cutting to scenes of him beating the shit out of people. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on in this trailer? And then the words from the makers of Your Next pops up, and I'm like, well, I'm not seeing that movie. Fucking hate Your Next. That was my number 2 on my top 5 worst films of the last year. Horrible movie. I don't understand how that movie gets all the praise it gets. I don't know. And then I got a really big surprise for a trailer. It was actually the first trailer that showed when I went to the theater, and it started out. It says, "In the Wild West, there was a bad blizzard or something like. I don't know the exact words. There was a bad blizzard that caused a stagecoach of 8 people, really bad people, to be stranded together." And I went, "Uh-oh." I was like, "Is this the new Tarantino movie?" And and it says from the director Tarantino. Like, fuck yeah! I was like, and he hasn't filmed any scenes for this movie. He hasn't shot anything for this movie. He hasn't even casted it. And it's just a teaser trailer that's just naming off like all the names like of the people or in this, or like the characters, names of the characters in this movie. And it was really entertaining. Like, I didn't catch all the names, but the one I remember the most was there was a guy who apparently his profession was that he was a cow puncher. No joke. Look that up. It's really funny. I thought that was really fucking funny. I was like, alright. And like, I just read that somewhere that they're talking to maybe Jennifer Lawrence to do the movie. That'd be awesome. I really hope she does. I've heard like rumors of Kurt Russell, Sam Jackson, who else? I forget who else. And that could be a really fucking great. It's Tarantino. He's my favorite director out there. So of course I'm fucking seeing it. Of course I'm excited. I remember I as soon as I got that trailer, I texted my friend who I just introduced to Tarantino, and she was the same one that got me a gift card for Dawn when I saw Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and we were she just saw Pulp Fiction and she saw Django. I said, my god, oh my god, oh it's like OMG, got new Tarantino trailer. My whole week has been made. Didn't get any response, but thank you for speaking of that. Thank you, Cheyenne, for putting up with stupid text like that. Anyways, but yeah, I was so I'm pumped. I don't know when it's coming out. It's 2015. That's all it says. It's 2015. There's no set date. You know, I had no problem. That was a really big surprise. I didn't know that trailer was going to be popping up in front of Sin City. Apparently it wasn't until like a day or so ago that somebody revealed that trailer was going to be in front of it. I haven't been on movie websites a lot lately. All right, I'm gonna get off here. If you saw my last review, I did say I was gonna do a Robin Williams tribute video. This week has been a little bit of a rough week for me, and I didn't get around to doing my Robin Williams tribute video. I'll try to get to it. I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. It's like it's been about 2 weeks now. I don't know if really need to do one. There's all videos out there now. If you guys really want me to do one, I'll do it. I was gonna review Good Morning Vietnam, but at this point, it's like it's gone and passed. Same with Sharknado 2. I think there's like a million reviews out there. I still haven't seen that. I just I haven't had the time to go watch these movies yet. But yeah, if I don't have a review for Good Morning Vietnam or anything like that, I'll be back next week, I think, with As Above, So Below, which actually looks pretty decent. Could be pretty decent. I like the kind of concept for it. So until then, I'll see you guys later.